listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Happy Friday, everybody. Read my Bible, drink my coffee, walk my dogs, and listen to Beware of Bulldogs podcast. James Orozco, perfect start to the day. Thanks for joining, sir. And that sounds awesome. We are on day 5 of No Coffee Machine. What's that meme? It's like they have like day 5 of doing something or talking some way or listening to something. This is me, day 5, No Coffee Machine. Not gonna lie, today was a tough one to get up and get going. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. This is Beware of Bulldogs podcast. My name is Caleb Nail. Today we're talking women's basketball. Only at Beware of Bulldogs do we get women's basketball talk, college women's basketball talk, local women's basketball talk. And we're having a great time. We may have a guest come in. Not sure. We may have a guest, though. If he gets here, I'm going to bring him in. If not, we're going to just keep going. Sam Droid, have a great day, sir. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the support. By the way, I didn't think that anybody would tune in early in the morning, and I've got a good response. Seems like I've got a decent response. Not getting as many people, of course, instead of like a Monday night or Sunday night or something like that. But hey, this is when I can do it. And you guys have been awesome and very supportive, so I appreciate it. All right. Before we get to women's basketball, I do want to talk about a few things quickly. The question of the day is, who do you want as women's basketball coach? So comment down below in the comment section, or if you're on X, who you let's change up the question a little bit. Who you think would be the best fit for Fresno State women's basketball coaching position? No coffee. Philippians 4:13. Okay, you got me. Hey, this is what I got. This in the back here. It's opposite. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:1. 17 or 27:17. Helm. James has already answered the question. Whoever's going to win, and Sam Droid says Pat Hill. that's who's coaching women's basketball. I love it. Well, we'll get there. I'll get to who I think is the best fit in a second. I want to start out by saying yesterday, great day of sports, opening day for baseball and Sweet 16 basketball. Half of the games for Sweet 16 were played. Fun day in sports, to say the least. The Aaron Judge struggled early, but then hit one off third base, off of the third base, and I think he scored runs. He scored 2 runs. He scored a run, hit a double. Watch that. See, you got me? You got me? Did we break up there? Sorry about that. And then basketball. By the way, there's a storm. It's cloudy, there's a storm. It could get rough, but you guys are used to that. So, but I apologize. Basketball, there's one thing that I noticed and I had a fun time watching was the first game of the night, Bama BYU. Alabama set the record for most 3-pointers in its NCAA March Madness game. Insane. They went crazy. But Nate Oates, the coach of Alabama, is a product of dribble drive, what Wahlberg has done, what he created. You want to know what it's supposed to look like? Go watch Bama. Now, I know they set the record and they went crazy last night, but those are the shots that we're looking to get. Okay, that's the type of penetration and then kickouts that we want from our guards. That's what we're looking for. That's what Wahlberg is looking for. Now, I get it. I know NIL is totally different, but that's the style of play that we're looking for. So, but here is what I noticed. The one major difference outside of NIL, obviously, and the brand of Alabama, obviously, but the difference in just playing and understanding of basketball. You go look at the Alabama starting 5. I think they have, I believe, fact check me on this. I believe they have 4 graduate transfers. 4. And I think their last one is a freshman. So freak athlete, 4 grad transfers. In the dribble drive offense, you need to really understand basketball. You have to. Or be just a crazy person and be willing to just go balls to the wall all the time. That is the Bama guards. They understand basketball. They understand spacing. They understand they can see help coming. They understand lanes. And then they're obviously very good. I'm not taking anything away from that. But they also are smart. And that is going to be Wahlberg's biggest struggle with this transfer portal. And I think any dribble drive, dribble drive, any college basketball coach is getting kids to stay and understand the system that they, or getting them to learn the system. That's going to be the hardest part. And so I look at Bama and they have 4 graduate players in their starting lineup. That's a recipe for success in college basketball nowadays. And that usually happens with in March Madness. The older teams go farther. Auburn is the oldest team in the country. I believe their average age is 1 year younger than OKC Thunder, NBA team. So it's either the average age of Auburn is either 23 or 24, and then the average age of OKC is 1 year above that. That's crazy. But hey, that's college now, and I think that's a recipe for success. relating this back to Fresno State basketball is when we're young, we have a bunch of freshmen, and we had some pretty good freshmen. I think they're now all in the transfer portal. They may all come back. I don't know if I've said that yet, but reminder, they can come back. So we may now. I don't think a lot of them do, but they can. But the difference is that these guys that are going to be coming into Fresno, younger, they want an opportunity to play. This probably is their first time ever running dribble drive offense and then playing this style of defense where it's just like hate your mother, go crazy. This attitude, mindset. And it takes a year or two, and it's just not going to happen if the transfer portal is this way. That was my observation. That's what I was thinking last night. And Bama was fun to watch. Here's the other question for you guys. Is it more entertaining to watch a team make a bunch of threes, just chucking them up and having them go in like last night? Or is it more entertaining for you to watch a solid pick and roll, methodical ball movement? We're getting layups, we're getting jump shots, and we're finding the mismatch style of offense. What is more entertaining to you guys? Me, I think it's the Alabama style that we watched last night. Gosh, it was pretty fun, and I think for most people that is like Steph Curry chucking them up. He's great one-on-one though. Caitlin Clark chucking them up. So, anyways, that's what I was thinking about yesterday during that game. Okay. One more thing. I don't know if you saw, but Logan Kilbert is the player he's the kid from Sierra, basketball player from Sierra that set the Central Valley scoring record. Was that last year? I believe it was last year. He redshirted at Weber State. He entered the transfer portal. Could be fun to monitor where he is going. I like to monitor just where all the Central Valley guys are going and keep up with how they're doing. Same with guys in baseball, football. Just I think how all of us are. And not just Fresno State. I mean, Central Valley. So keep Logan Kilbert's there. And there's a couple other guys. I think Orukeke is his name. He's in the portal. There's a lot of guys in the portal. The kid who was on SMU, he's in the portal. Who's not in the portal, I guess is the better question. And then, of course, we have a bunch of local guys that are in the MLB. Okay. Let's get into women's basketball. So there are, as of right now, this is what I have seen, two guys come up for the head coaching position. They've been rumored, they've been talked about to be really thinking about this women's basketball job. And as I think about Fresno State women's basketball, we've had okay, I'm trying to think back. I forget, was it Johnson that was coach? No. Who was the gal that got fired? Can't remember. I was always wearing the high heels. You guys will know. The guy's older than me. I wasn't gonna say it, but the older guys are gonna know. Her and then Wiggins, and both of them had lots of success. And Jamie White, we up and down. But we've been successful for the past, I would say 15, 20 years, maybe even before that. We've had a pretty solid women's program. So, yes, every coaching job is important, but this is a solid program with great history that I think this coaching search deserves some time, and I know Classy's going to, but we need to be successful in this too. We got to win. Just like James says, whoever is going to win. Okay. So here's the first guy. The high school coach from Clovis West, Coach Campbell. He's well known all over the country. He knows people from the NBA. He knows scouts. He knows recruiting staffs. He knows people within women's basketball. He also wins games at the high school level. He's been one of the most successful ever when it comes to winning games at the high school level. Okay. Now, the response that I saw to Campbell was, I am a little skeptical. Don't really know if we want another Clovis West high school basketball coach. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I get that. However, Campbell is one of the most successful to ever do it. Stacy Johnson Klein. Yes, thank you, James. Thank you. Every time I get our current softball coach and this name confused, we have Stacy May Johnson and then Stacy Johnson Klein. Okay, that's the older. I think it was her, then Wiggins, then Jamie White. Back to Campbell. Campbell, I think, is more well connected than Vance Wahlberg within women's basketball compared to Wahlberg in men's basketball. Could be wrong, but I think the weight of his name carries more in the women's basketball world. This is me speculating. I don't know for sure because I have to be honest, I don't do a lot of keeping up with women's basketball outside of Fresno State basketball. Now, I have a 5-month-old girl, so give me 10 years, and if she's playing ball, I will know more. I think Campbell really brings something to the table. And this is not my answer to best fit, by the way. We're just going through. I'm bringing up 2 names here. I think Campbell brings a lot to the table. His daughter went to USC, has been very supportive of him. I like to see that. I like to see when kids are supporting their dad. That means he's had a good relationship with them. And, he's got a lot of local ties here. I don't know how all you guys feel about local ties. We just want to win. I just want to win. And then Quincy Pondexter had good things to say about Campbell. So, there's a lot of people in the basketball world that really like Coach Campbell, think he would be a good fit. So I think it's up to Coach Campbell. Does he want to coach at Fresno State? Does he want to continue his dominance at the high school level? And I don't see any problem with that. I don't think anyone's going to be mad if he stays at Clovis West. He does a great job. The other name that has we know has applied for the coaching position is Wiggins, Coach Wiggins. Now, Coach Wiggins coached at Fresno State in the past. He is now at Clovis East. He did leave Fresno State. I don't know if you remember this. He left to go coach Ole Miss. And then 2 months in, it was over. And he was coaching at Clovis East. And he's been doing that a while because I did not get to play for Adrian. I was at East, and then I transferred that summer, and then Wiggins came in, and so I didn't get to play for him. But I have met him, great guy. But Wiggins was very successful as a college basketball coach, especially at Fresno State. I think his first. I looked at the records last night, but gosh, it was late and I'm so tired now. I was looking at Nate Oates' record and Bruce, all the coaches that are still left in there in the Sweet 16. So I'm getting them confused. But he was very successful at Fresno State. I like the fit of Wiggins coming back. I do. I think he's been successful. I think he knows how to build culture, how to deal with girls in college, how to recruit. He's done it all before. And what I don't want to do is ignore history. And history says Wiggins is a good college women's basketball coach. And he's done it here before. He's also local. He could have gone anywhere else in the world after his Ole Miss job. And he came back here to coach high school ball. And the boys team has been getting better. That Clovis East boys team. He's done a good job with them. So, in my opinion, I don't think you can go wrong with either Wiggins or Campbell. I think those are both good picks. I think the best fit is Wiggins because he's done it before. History will tell us in the history books, he's done it at Fresno State before. Why not? I think that's the best fit, but I'd also be very happy with Coach Campbell. Either way, you guys comment down below. Who do you think the best fit is? Could be someone else. Who do you think the best fit for Fresno State women's Bulldogs basketball head coaching position is? It's going to be very interesting to keep up with. I didn't think I'd be talking basketball that much this week. But it's March Madness. Maybe I should have expected that, but it's been fun. By the way, colder this morning, a little bit colder. Feeling good outside here on the back porch. Wiggins, Campbell, let me know better fit or somebody else. Then real quick, something I saw last night is that we've talked about the two camps, Wahlberg truthers, Wahlberg haters. Wahlberg's going to be sticking around for this next year. So we know that. He's getting this off season to go recruit, put together a team. Still going to be tough because earlier this week we talked about the team that's left in the transfer portal. And by the way, same thing is going to be said about this women's basketball team because there's already a lot of players that are entering the transfer portal because Coach White has stepped down. So whoever comes in is going to have to work really hard that first year. They're also going to be hurting. So, okay, real quick then. Here's the dilemma that maybe it's not a dilemma, but here's something that, the hiring committee has to think about all the time. Do you hire the big name? Who's a bigger name? Who's going to bring in one more NIL dollars? I wouldn't make a hire based off of NIL dollars. I would make a hire based off of who I think is going to build the best culture and win. But at the same time, it's nice to have name brand guys to bring in players. You have to. Like I think in the next couple years, we're going to see a Sacramento State team that's competing because Mike Bibby is a big name guy, and boys are going to want to go play for him. I know I would if I had the opportunity to go play at Sac State and play with Mike Bibby, play for Mike Bibby. I may sign up for that. So who's got the bigger brand behind their name? Who's a culture builder and can step into a college system that is just ruined and bring back girls and then bring in other girls that would like to come play here? I don't know. I don't have that answer. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in the women's basketball world. I don't know. But as of right now, I think Wiggins is better fit. But I do think Campbell it's like a 1A, 1B sort of deal. And either I'd be happy with. So started this rant with Wahlberg is coming back. Let's see what he can do. Like that, it's said and done. That's what's happening. Unless something crazy happens, there's some lawsuit or something that comes down the pipe, and but I don't think that's happening. Unless one of you guys knows different or hears something from an inside source. But from what I know, Wahlberg will be the coach next year. So let's support him. Let's support the boys, and let's go win 10 basketball games next year. I would love that. Would love 20, especially in the last year before we got one more basketball season, and then we're going to the Pac. And that is going to be brutal. Not only for men's basketball, but also women's basketball. So, going to be fun. All right, last thing I'll just throw out there. I was thinking about last night. I saw a video of Ashton Jainty running around. The man is a brick house. He's like, he's a video game player. Look how did you see how he's built with his shirt off at his pro day? Oh my word. I didn't show my wife that video. Let's just put it that way. I don't show my wife any videos of topless men. I set the bar really low. Okay. The kid looks like a beast. Well, he is a beast, but he just looks just a freak. He's a freak. Let me get off of that. Let me move on. But where do you think Jainty goes? When do you think he gets drafted? Because in my opinion, running back, I would not waste a first round pick. I would not waste first, second, or third round pick on a running back. And even if I really need one. You guys remember Philip Lindsay, undrafted free agent out of Colorado, played for the Broncos, was very successful for 1 or 2 seasons. The running back position, you get beat up. The turnover for that job is crazy. There's a lot of them. Really just need to build up an O-line. I mean, I just look at Saquon might be the best running back in a long time. Okay, he won a Super Bowl, but great O-line, great defense. He never couldn't carry the Giants. So I'm not drafting a running back, even if a guy like Jainty's around. So I think Jainty goes round 1 to somebody like the Cowboys who like to pick those positions that don't win you Super Bowls really high. But I wouldn't pick Jainty until the 4th round, not because of who Jainty is, but because of the position that he plays. So there's another question for you. When do you draft Ashton Jainty? He's a beast, but you don't win Super Bowls drafting the best running back. You win Super Bowls by protecting your quarterback and opening up holes for your running back. And then being able to pressure the other quarterback. The trenches, baby. The trenches. Okay, well, we got to about 30 minutes. I'm going to reach out to our potential guest again. We'll have him on another time. I know he was the time difference on this one was tough. So we'll get him on here, though. But thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow, here, I'll tell you the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to sleep in an hour, maybe, or take my time. Or, you know what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to run and grab a coffee machine today so that I can make coffee tomorrow. But tomorrow, Saturday morning, is going to be at 7 a.m. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. That's the plan for Saturdays. I'm not going 5:30 on Saturday. I'm going at 7. So then, you know what the real reason is? Is because I'm outside. 7 a.m. I can go straight into yard work. That's just getting that working mindset. Just go straight into yard work. So tomorrow, 7 a.m., I'll see you there. Reminder, send me stuff on X. You can follow beware_Bulldogs. My personal is Caleb_Nail. Send updates, stuff there, stuff that you see that you think we should talk about. Leave a comment down below on YouTube or on X or Spotify. So there's comments now. So I've seen all that. On any topics to talk about. Since we're going 6 days a week now, I'm going to need your help. Or you have you want to do a tier list or like a rankings or something like that. Let's do it, man. I'm totally open. We got to be creative on here. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, for God so loved the world, he sent his one and only son, Jesus Christ, that whoever believes in him will not perish, have eternal life. Jesus died on the cross for us so that we can live an abundant life with him. Do not doubt the power of the Holy Spirit. If you're a believer, that same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead, we have. And if you want that, and the grace and forgiveness that Jesus brings, I would love to talk more about it. My guy James also knows about that. I love to talk about that too. So feel free to reach out. Also, I'm in the insurance world. I'm the last person you want to talk to. Insurance guys are the last people you want to talk to. But if you have insurance questions, let me know. I can talk about that too. But most importantly, not most importantly, Jesus is number one. Family is number two. And then make sure you take care of your faith, your family, and then make sure you take care of yourself and your job. Don't burn bridges. And then, as always, go Dogs. See you, everybody.